The sky is falling.
The sky is falling. We got the Chicago Sky general manager, Jeff P., throwing Angel Reese under the bus?
Angel Reese is under fire from the Chicago Sky general manager. The general manager names Angel Reese by name and says, "We need more out of you."
The Chicago Sky's GM criticized Angel Reese for failing to make her layups.
Angel Reese and the Chicago Sky got off to a rough start in the 2025 WNBA season.
The Chicago Sky's GM just put Angel Reese on blast for missing easy layups, and even hinted she could be on the chopping block. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark continues to carry the WNBA on her back, yet she's the one constantly criticized. If you're riding with Caitlin 100%, drop it in the comments. She's the difference maker for the Indiana Fever, the true franchise player, and the MVP-level star who moves the needle for the entire league. She's the global superstar sprinting end-to-end, drawing the spotlight wherever she goes. But instead of celebrating that, here's what really went down in a league already fighting internal chaos. Chicago Sky GM Jeff Pagliocca didn't deliver some vague critique of his team. He singled out Angel Reese directly. No sugarcoating, no team-wide blame. He said, "We need more out of her. She's our best chance at versatility on this roster. We need more production, and we need her to contribute in other ways too." That direct call-out sparked the firestorm. Pagliocca admitted Reese has had solid games but also some real struggles. According to reports, he pointed to her noticeable decline, from averaging 13.6 points on 39% shooting as a rookie, down to just 10 points on 35% shooting this season. Her rebounds dipped slightly too, from 13 to 12 per game. Those numbers alone wouldn't be a crisis if the entire roster wasn't underperforming, but Reese has become the lightning rod for blame.
Reese has seen her numbers drop from her rookie season to her second in 2025. She is averaging 10 points on 35% shooting and 12 rebounds per game compared to 2024, where she posted 13.6 points on 39% shooting and 13 rebounds per game. To make matters worse for the Sky, Courtney Vandersloot, she's out for the season with a torn ACL.
To make matters worse, Courtney Vandersloot is out for the season with a torn ACL. Even though Reese is still pulling down 12 rebounds a night and hustling on the boards, she's now under fire for missed layups, weak finishes, and questions about her fit in the offense. The Sky are sitting at 3-6, reeling from back-to-back losses, and Jeff Pagliocca chose this moment to air out frustrations publicly. He repeated that Reese is the team's best shot at versatility but also said she isn't giving enough. That mixed message isn't just sloppy PR, it reveals something deeper. Either you're building around her, or you're not. When a team is sinking, leadership is supposed to protect players, keep issues internal, and regroup. Instead, the GM threw Reese under the bus for the media and fans to dissect. Reese responded with maturity, saying, "I put my head down and work every single day. I don't give up on anything. I critique myself the most. I know it's going to translate. I'm just going to keep working, and the results will show." But blaming a 22-year-old for the team's collapse while letting others off the hook? That's not leadership.
We had pretty big, significant expectations for the season, which is why I made the moves I made. His assessment was that the Sky's 2-6 need to improve everywhere going into to address the lack of cohesion on defense and poor shooting. Going into Tuesday night's loss, they let a league worst 90.1 points per game. We're shooting just 39%.
That's classic scapegoating. And let's not forget, this comes right after Jeff Pagliocca built a flawed roster, traded away the team's future, and hired a rookie head coach. Yet somehow Angel Reese is the problem? That's pure deflection, and it just exploded in public. Jeff P., before you point fingers at Angel Reese or Tyler Marsh, you need to look in the mirror. You're the general manager. You assembled this roster. You set this system in motion. What makes this worse is the double standard. Reese is being dragged for underperforming, but she's far from the only player struggling. The Sky's issues run deep. So why is Reese the only one singled out by name? Take Camila Cardoso, for example. This is the player the front office went all in on, the centerpiece of the offensive system. Yet on the court, she's been invisible. Critics say she has no motor and disappears for stretches of games. One analyst even joked she makes Satou Sabally look like the most energetic player in the league, and that's not a compliment. So why is Reese the one being publicly called out first? Why not Cardoso? Both have struggled. Both have failed to meet expectations. But Cardoso gets a free pass, while Reese gets thrown under the bus.
Caitlin Clark is more mature. Caitlin Clark has decorum.
Caitlin Clark obviously is jet fuel to its popularity.
Caitlin Clark is far better of a basketball player and has made such a tremendous impact in a greater number, more so than Angel Reese. Everybody knows that. Her college career was better. The stadium sales, the WNBA popularity has gone up because Caitlin Clark.
Notice the silence. No public criticism, no media pressure, no accountability for anyone else, just Angel Reese in the headlines. And here's the irony. She's the one player consistently hustling, battling on the glass, and giving max effort, even when her shot isn't falling. That's not just unfair, it's calculated. The GM knows Reese has the spotlight, so he's using her name to deflect attention from the deeper problems he created. Look at Ariel Atkins. Chicago gave up real assets, including a high draft pick that could have landed Sonia Citron or Kiki Ariafin, and Atkins hasn't delivered. Yet, silence. Rachel Banham? Underwhelming. Kia Nurse? Past her prime. Again, no public accountability. And then there's rookie head coach Tyler Marsh. By all accounts, he hasn't shown the ability to adapt in games, build effective schemes, or develop players. His adjustments are non-existent, and insiders even say his practices don't translate to game situations. But instead of scrutiny, he's shielded. The GM has gone out of his way to defend him, insisting the record doesn't reflect the work being put in. But this is pro sports. Effort isn't enough. Results matter. The results? Ugly. The Sky are near the bottom of the league in both offense and defense. They allow over 90 points per game and shoot under 40% from the field. Palioka himself admitted, "We had big expectations this season, which is why I made the moves I made." Yet here they are, 2-6, with no cohesion, no spacing, and no identity. And that brings us back to the layup criticism. Yes, Reese has missed finishes around the rim. But that's not just on her. That's a product of the system. When you stick two bigs like Reese and Cardoso on the floor together, defenses collapse into the paint. There's no spacing, no room to operate. That's not a Reese problem. That's a roster construction problem. The Sky was supposed to be competitive after loading up on veterans. Even with Vandersloot's injury, this team shouldn't be this bad. You can't build a broken system, ask a young player to thrive in it, then act shocked when it doesn't work. Reese has even tried to evolve her game, stretching the floor, working on her handle, and instead of support, she got mocked for experimenting with a point-forward role.
WNBA television ratings down more than 50%. We should probably do a study on that. I'm not sure why that would be. Wait, since Caitlin Clark's injury. Okay, hopefully this is good news that she's coming back, and it's a reminder, ladies of the WNBA.
They told Angel Reese to just rebound. But in the same breath, they called her the team's most versatile player. The mixed messaging never ends. The front office has done nothing to clarify her role or support her development. And if they are fine with one of their cornerstone players missing practices for outside engagements, that's on leadership too. A GM and head coach should set boundaries. No, this is a brand new team. We need you here. Instead, they co-signed it, encouraged it, and now act surprised when the results look this messy. At the end of the day, Jeff Palioka built this roster. He traded away draft capital, mortgaged the team's future, hired a first-time coach, and assembled an imbalanced lineup with no identity. Now that the team is struggling, he's deflecting blame onto Reese, the same player he helped market as the face of the franchise. Let's be clear, Reese isn't flawless. She needs to finish stronger at the rim. She needs to improve her efficiency. But she's not the problem. She's the scapegoat. And in a league that claims to value growth and unity, this treatment is the exact opposite of progress. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark is dealing with a completely different, yet equally unfair, burden. While Reese is being called out by her own GM, Clark is facing relentless criticism from fans, media, and even fellow players, despite doing everything right on and off the court. The contrast is staggering. Clark is playing in a system that doesn't even maximize her skills, surrounded by aging vets and questionable coaching, yet she's still putting up elite numbers. She leads all rookies in assists and creates plays out of nothing. She's become a generational talent and a global superstar, and yet the spotlight on her is just as unforgiving.
Caitlin Clark is the GOAT.
She signed my jersey. So happy, I'm crying. I'm so happy. This is the best day ever.
Caitlin Clark effect seems to be crazier than year one.
I love watching her score and just everything about her.
They went the extra mile just to watch her play here.
This is great news for women's basketball. Period.
WNBA rumors suggest Caitlin Clark will be among the first stars making $1 million annually. The most notable of which is, y'all already know who, the needle mover, Caitlin Clark.
So in 2024, she averaged 16.5 points per game, 4 assists, 5.5 rebounds. She shot 37% from the field and 31.8% from three. Now, if you look at her preseason in 2025, she only played 2 games in this preseason, and one was against that Brazilian national team. She played 21 minutes. She averaged 14.5 points, 6 assists, 6 rebounds. She shot 52.5% from the field and 50% from three-point range.
The Caitlin Clark effect is bigger than ever. Fans are traveling just to see her play, lining up for jerseys, and flooding arenas. This isn't just hype, it's historic momentum for women's basketball. Rumors even suggest Clark could become the first WNBA player to earn $1 million annually. And it makes sense. She's the league's ultimate needle mover. Look at the numbers. In 2024, she averaged 16.5 points, 4 assists, and 5.5 rebounds, shooting 37% from the field and nearly 32% from three. Fast forward to preseason 2025. Even in limited action, she looked sharper. In just 2 games, including one against Brazil's national team, she put up 14.5 points, 6 assists, and 6 rebounds in 21 minutes per game while shooting over 52% from the field and 50% from deep. We're talking logo threes under double coverage. She's not just producing, she's elevating everyone around her. Her basketball IQ is elite, her work ethic undeniable. Every game, every practice, she shows up and gets to work. Now compare that to the mess in Chicago. Angel Reese is being forced out of position, asked to reinvent her game on the fly, and carry an unbalanced roster, all while serving as the media face of a crumbling franchise. The contrast is stark. Caitlin is criticized despite success, while Reese was shielded through early struggles, until the hype faded and losses mounted. Now those same voices that built her up are washing their hands of her. And here's the reality. Caitlin Clark moves the needle like no one else. Without her, WNBA ratings are sliding. Even ESPN primetime matchups featuring stars like Reese, Sabrina Ionescu, and Brianna Stewart couldn't top 610,000 viewers. With Clark, the numbers skyrocket. She's the draw. She's the difference.
So in 2024, she averaged 16.5 points per game, 4 assists, 5.5 rebounds. She shot 37% from the field and 31.8% from three. Now, if you look at her preseason in 2025, she only played 2 games in this preseason, and one was against that Brazilian national team. She played 21 minutes. She averaged 14.5 points, 6 assists, 6 rebounds. She shot 52.5% from the field and 50% from three-point range.
If Angel Reese really does get dropped, it won't be because of hate. It'll be because the hype couldn't hold up. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark keeps proving herself night after night. If you're riding with the true face of the league, drop a 100% for Caitlin in the comments.